A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success.
Congratulations, President Trump. Your bold decision to target Iran's nuclear facilities with the awesome and righteous might of the United States will change history.
Prime Minister Netanyahu has always wanted to drag the United States into a war with Iran.
First comes strength, then comes peace. And tonight, President Trump and the United States acted with a lot of strength.
Remember, Prime Minister Netanyahu was a big cheerleader for the war in Iraq, and many people believed that would be, quote, a cakewalk.
Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
The U.S. has officially entered the conflict between Israel and Iran. That was President Trump confirming that American forces carried out multiple strikes on Iranian targets. This comes more than a week after Israel began bombing suspected Iranian nuclear facilities. Thank you very much for joining us on this Sunday morning. I'm Wisdom Martin. We've been on top of this breaking news since the moment President Trump posted on social media just before 8 o'clock last night. And overnight, Iran fired a fresh wave of missiles toward Israel. We know in days prior, Iran said that they would attack American embassies and target American shipping. Christian Benavidez has the very latest.
In an address to the nation late Saturday, President Trump warned Iran not to strike back after the U.S. conducted airstrikes on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities.
This cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised U.S. involvement in the ongoing war between Iran and Israel.
History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime the world's most dangerous weapons.
News of the strike comes hours after it was revealed B-2 bombers were dispatched from Missouri to Guam. The B-2 bombers are capable of carrying barrack-busting bombs, capable of destroying the kinds of underground nuclear facilities Iran was believed to possess.
The strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth will hold a rare news conference to give details of the attack. There is concern for the safety of the 40,000 U.S. military soldiers stationed in the region, and there has been some bipartisan backlash over whether President Trump unconstitutionally bypassed Congress to execute an act of war. In a social media post, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky, a Republican, wrote, "This is not constitutional." Christian Benavidez, CBS News.
This morning, reactions continue to pour in amid fears that America could be pulled deeper into the conflict in the Middle East. Our Jacqueline Quinn live this morning at the White House with what we're learning about the strikes and growing concerns over what happens next. Good morning to you.
Good morning. So for a lot of people, this looks like a major show of support for Israel. And as this happened around 8 last night, that announcement was made by President Donald Trump. A lot of people were surprised around the White House here. A lot of mixed reactions. But we do know that Iran's leaders are warning that more attacks could spark a much bigger war, not just with Israel, but potentially pulling the U.S. and other world powers into a broader conflict.
Sad, it's disgusting, because he promised to get us out of all those unnecessary wars, and he lied to us. He's a liar, and he doesn't deserve to be in that house.
I support 100% what Trump's done. I think he's proven that he has the leadership.
That's just what some of the people around the White House were saying, but we also spoke with the Organization of Iranian American Communities.
The regime in Iran, since its inception, has loved violence and conflict. So the answer to achieve lasting peace and to mitigate the threat from the Iranian regime, really the only solution is to support the Iranian people's right to overthrow this regime democratically.
That's some of the voices that we're hearing from right now, but we're expecting to hear more from experts and get more reaction from people later today. But the bottom line here is everyone seems to agree that they're worried about this bigger escalation, a bigger conflict. Back to you, Wisdom.
All right, Jacqueline Quinn, thank you for the update.